Good morning, exchangers, and welcome to week 2. I just finished reading through everyone's bios, and I am thrilled about having such a cool team of people with different interests, backgrounds. You guys are all in different kinds of life stages and places, and I think that's going to make for such a cool magazine with different topics and interests and voices coming to the table. So I hope you guys are excited too to see what each other is going to put forth. I hope that you can set aside some time this early week to listen to my comments and start thinking about your bio as a potential place for developing pitches, which is your project for the week. But your bio does not have to be the source that your pitches derive from. Your pitches can come from walking down the street, seeing a sign and thinking, that might make for a fascinating topic. Or being in the grocery store and reading a label or noticing that there's dragon fruit on the counter. I don't know. Just allow yourself to be inspired by the world around you, by your own bio, by your home, by your family, by the articles that you're reading, by the internet. Just get on there and surf and go places and see if you can find, for our magazine, fresh, underdog, unique ideas for what to write about. You'll really need to remember that it's up to you. And also realize that because you're a part of this magazine, that our audience and your editor have some expectations of some parameters the topic needs to fit into. So you're going to come up with about 3 pitches. That way we can have some ideas to choose from. And you're going to watch the video about what is Exchangers. That's where you'll learn more about fresh, underdog, unique topics. And also we write problem solution type arguments. You'll learn in that video what an exigence is, which is the root of our magazine's name, Exchangers. And then I give you a sample video of what it looks like for me to surf the internet and to kind of rabbit hole in order to develop a topic idea. And then I want you to learn about stasis theory in a 3rd video, which is a quick way for you to get more of a deep dive into what it means to write a problem and a solution. That's a way for you to kind of test, is this really a topic that's good for Exchangers magazine? But don't be too critical of your ideas right now. How can you brainstorm anything worth doing, anything fun or risky or unique, if you don't give yourself the freedom to fail a little bit or to not quite hit the mark? If you're a little bit unsure, guess what? You're posting it and your peers are going to chime in, and so am I. And with that chiming in, we're not there to say, nope, that doesn't work. We're there to say, ooh, that might work better if we did this, or if you zoomed in here, or if you added in that element. So this is a brainstorm space where we are all going to help each other to brainstorm. When is it due? Thursday by midnight-ish. So this is your big task for the week, is from now until Thursday by midnight-ish, become inspired, get curious, think creatively, survey if you haven't already this pitches page, figure out what Exchangers is, and start crunching ideas down. Post that on the board. You're going to add that to your bio. That way we can kind of see who is this and what do they want to write about, potentially. That way we can keep that correlation. We can consider who you are as we reply to your pitches. And then by Sunday, you'll reply to each other, and there are very specific instructions for that in Canvas as well and linked below. And your reply is one of the most important things there is just rating the pitches. Personally, I like pitch number 2 and then number 1 and number 3, and here's why. And the why requires you to understand some things about Exchangers magazine to be able to say, well, for our magazine, we're writing articles like this, so this pitch works really well because of this element of it. So really, that's the snapshot of the week. And I have not published anything yet for next week, but I will tell you that the next task is a proposal. So it's Right now, you're just thinking of all the possible ideas. After you receive all your comments and comments from me at the very, very start of next week, then you have to choose one, and then you put it forth in proposal format, and we move forward with crafting that into a short article copy. Your short article is the article you're going to be working with all quarter long. So check yourself. What do you really feel motivated to write about, inspired to write about, to read about, to research, to learn about, to talk about? What can sustain your energy and your interest for 9 more weeks? And it won't be perfect. You're human. You're going to get a little bored some days, but do your best with the little soul searching and figuring out what it is that you want to write about. And think about your peers as well. What do you want to give to them to read? And do you want that thing to be challenging? Do you want it to be delighting? Do you want it to be perplexing? What mood do you want to craft inside of our environment? More on that later. And I'll be, chiming in and whatnot. Please be open-minded to each other. Give each other the freedom, respect the freedom that each other has to pursue your own interests and follow up on your own curiosities. And if you feel argumentative towards someone's topic, I wrote this in the instructions, but I'm just going to reiterate it here. Give that one some space. Let someone else handle that for now. Let's see what happens. This is about supporting each other toward our best ideas. And we can debate later once we start actually working out the topics. But also recognize that if you're putting forth a topic that is challenging in a way that feels divisive or uncomfortable for people, then there's going to be discomfort around you, and you're going to have to be living with that, because how else do we grow our ideas if we don't challenge each other, if we don't have a little conflict? So I'll help with that as we get into it. I enjoy being the editor and doing that work, and just seeing what kinds of presents you guys are going to give by Thursday by midnight. Also, you're on your own to figure this out. Freedom, time, creativity, boredom produces creativity, so go get bored. But if you really need someone to bounce ideas around with, send me an email. Maybe we can meet via Zoom if you need it. I believe that the tutors on campus are also willing to brainstorm with you. But family members, friends are great resources as well. And honestly, you guys, I have so much energy right now after reading your bios. Thank you for getting them posted, for replying. If you're short one reply or two, just get in there and get it done as soon as possible. But this is a very strong start. You guys are going to be an amazing team. So treat each other well and go get creative. Talk to you soon.